Today's Holy Gospel comes to us from Matthew 5. Glory to you, O Lord. In the Beatitudes, Jesus provides a unique description of who are blessed with God's favor. His teaching is surprising and shocking to those who seek wealth and fame and control over others. When Jesus saw the crowd, he went up to the mountain, and after he sat down, his disciples came to him. Then he began to speak and taught them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ. So have you ever really wanted to meet God, like really meet Jesus, hang out and have a pumpkin spice latte and ask him big and small questions? Like, how big is the universe? Or when are you coming back? Or why did you make mosquitoes? Or what are dogs really thinking? Or why do so many things taste like chicken? More than just quizzing Jesus, I would love to get to know his personality. Like, does he like terrible puns? Or maybe he really likes chicken, and that's why everything tastes like that. I feel like that would make this whole religion thing, this God and human relationship concept, so much easier to wrap my brain around. If I only knew what kind of person Jesus was, his personality. Well, this morning, through the beginning of the Sermon on the Mount, called the Beatitudes, we get a peek into the personality and character of Jesus. The Beatitudes are this list of what matters to Jesus, what he valued most, his heartbeat, if you will. This is important because so many first century people listening wanted him to be so much. They wanted him to be a conquering king and lead them out of their current circumstances, like rescue them from their oppression. Not only that, but they wanted the Messiah to make them a prosperous, successful, important, correct, or right this upside down world they found themselves living in. And that's a tall order. And Jesus says in the opening paragraph to literally the most famous speech in history, you have the wrong guy. I don't value power, wealth, importance. This is what I value. I value taking care of those who are poor in spirit, those who mourn. Because in my kingdom, we pay attention to people who are sad. I value humble folks who are ready to love others, meek people. I value people that want to grow and be changed. I value kind people who forgive easy. I value people who seek to make the world a more peaceful place, because my kingdom isn't one of vitriolic hate and division, but it's a kingdom of peace. I value ethical people that do the right thing, even when it's hard, even when it's tough. This is the kind of kingdom that I'm building, and this is what's important to me, and this is what you're joining when you call me king. Wow. Like, this is the kind of person I want to be around. Just from reading this, you get a peek into the heart of Jesus. Makes it very clear his and our mission. It's this list. I want to be a part of this kind of kingdom, this kind of family, don't you? But this just isn't a list of values. It's a list of promises. Today, we're going to focus on just one of those promises. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. I love that in the Christian liturgical calendar, we carve out a 3-day festival, and yes, Halloween really is a part of that, as well as Monday, All Souls Day. We carve this out to remember those who have lived and died and affected us. Maybe they affected the course of our whole life, like an ancestor who immigrated or who was wrongfully taken from their homes. Maybe it affected our daily life as we knew and loved them in more recent years. But Jesus says that we are blessed, those of us who mourn, for we will be comforted. I think sometimes we must take time to mourn. Take time to turn off all the loud, dramatic things in the world and sit in the early November landscape and remember to remember. And most of us aren't just mourning a person, but a whole year that we've expected to look differently. Retirements that didn't look like anything what we had planned. Nests that didn't empty, schools that didn't open, treasured events and gatherings that were suddenly taken away from us. I think we need to remember that it's okay to mourn. It's okay to mourn collectively. Because Jesus says we will be comforted. So today, we're going to take that moment to remember our loved ones and what they meant to us, to remember those who went before us as ancestors in our faith, to give ourselves space to be somber about the course of this year and the many people affected by it. Because the good news is, God comforts us when we mourn. He said so. He meets us in the very real space and helps us process and shoulder that burden that we've been carrying. He also uses community. The very fact that we're gathered here or online is a collective community way of reaching out to God in faith.